what is going on, everybody? Happy birthday, FHP. 3-year anniversary. I want to welcome my guest, Jesus, the co-creator, co-founder of FHP. It's mine now. I took it over.
I gave it to you.
Yeah.
I gave it to you. I'm like,
Yeah.
I told
and I
you.
ran away. I grabbed it and I fucking O.J. Simpsoned everybody. Probably should have used a better reference, but...
And then you said you had to get some revenge on some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you would do a lot better with it than me.
To be honest...
And you have.
To be honest...
You've done me good.
I didn't think 3 years down the line I'd have 150 episodes.
Yeah.
Over 100 episodes. It's 150. I know it says 105, but I'm not counting the fight companions. They weren't numbered, blah, blah, blah. You guys heard this fucking story. All right. Yeah, so about 3 years ago, me and my buddy Jesus, buddies since high school, we connected on a bunch of things, some music,
maybe some video games.
But mostly pro wrestling.
Yeah.
Mostly pro wrestling. I was going to wear my shirt today. I still have my Outsider shirt, and it's in my drawer over there. Me and Jesus bought Outsider shirts in high school with the NWO.
Yeah, I still have mine too.
I still have mine.
I wore mine not too long ago, actually.
Mine's a little bit too tight. I'm trying to get back into shape of wearing it, but I still have mine, which is funny talking about shirts. I'm wearing my Mike Tyson shirt, if you guys can't see.
Oh, man, that leg fell off.
Oh, the leg fell off. Did it break?
No. Cut.
No.
Roll it back.
Edit this out. Jamie, edit this out.
Roll it back.
Yeah, roll it back. So, Jesus got me this awesome Mike Tyson. You guys can see it on camera. Not too much. The lighting's not all the way there. There we go. Awesome Mike Tyson. Badass articulation. 3 heads. 3 belts. Like I said, awesome articulation on everything. The neck, the joints. I'll actually do a review on him. Probably next. Maybe when Jesus leaves today. Because I want to open a couple more toys. So I'll definitely check him out. I'll do a review on him.
That's Punch Out Mike Tyson.
Punch Out Mike Tyson? Awesome.
Yeah, not face tattoo Mike Tyson.
Even his toes are articulated. He's got a lot of points of articulation. He's a pretty badass figure. Thank you.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It was...
All right, so today we are going to cover Nitro, the Monday after Bash at the Beach.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the third guy? We don't know. We'll let you guys know by the end of the show. Who is he? No spoiler alerts.
Yeah,
spoiler free.
We're going to be getting into that in the second hour of this broadcast.
Yeah, the second hour of this broadcast. I'll bring out the timer. It'll detonate and the fireworks will go off. Yeah, but we'll get into that. We'll get into Nitro June 8th. Well, no, July 8th.
Yeah, July 8th, 1996.
I think I was putting June. Yeah. It was 7/8/1996 instead of 6/8. Sorry, guys. I put the wrong date up there.
Yeah.
In the description, but go ahead and check out that Nitro. Watch along with us as we will be breaking down and talking about those matches. But first, I want to get your thoughts. So Bischoff is running SmackDown out, and he was running this show at the time, Nitro. And Heyman was running ECW, and now he's running Monday Night Raw. Yeah. Have you seen the last 2 weeks of the shows?
I didn't see. I didn't see a lot of Raw this week. Mm-hmm. I mainly only tuned in probably the last hour. That first week, because this would have been like the third week that Heyman has been in charge.
Second week, we're going on the third.
Okay, so that first show that would have been made under him, I thought it was a really good show.
It's the one that started off with Braun Strowman.
Yeah, when he went
tackling
going
Bobby
through
Lashley.
Going through the set.
It was a really, really good Raw.
There were a lot of you could see a lot of areas where you think, yeah, Paul Heyman probably had a hand in that. This I didn't think that this past week's, at least from what I saw, was anything special, was anything compared to that Raw. But I do realize that, you know, it's gonna take time before you really start to see that new regime under Paul Heyman.
Well, you're 100% right. So here's how my interpretation of the 2 weeks have gone. Raw first week, very good. SmackDown, meh. Second week, Raw, very, very jumpy and kind of hard to follow. Really, I don't know where. It was kind of weird. Not the same as the week before, prior. And then SmackDown hit us hard this week. So they kind of flip-flop both weeks on focusing in on the better show. I don't know exactly how they did that, but the second week, like I said, Raw was kind of hard to follow. It was really weird segments that didn't really make much sense. But then SmackDown, we had the badass promo by Kevin Owens. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah,
dude, that was pretty epic.
Yeah, you had Kofi flipping the bird. But I gotta be honest. I don't know how long Bischoff is gonna stick around. I feel that there is more of a dislike towards him, not so much by the wrestlers themselves, but by people that are in control. And I feel that maybe they're not, when it comes to SmackDown, at least, I think it's going to come to a point where Bischoff and everyone else, you know, people like Vince and whoever his, I guess, inner circle is, they're probably not going to be on common ground, and they're probably going to be going in all kinds of directions. And, you know, I don't know how long that's going to last. As far as Raw goes, I think as long as we get more content that's similar to what we saw with that first week, I think it'll be fine. I think we're gonna start seeing more of an Attitude Era kind of show.
Something we need.
Yeah,
we need more PG era.
Well,
PG-13 above.
We just need more change, better storylines, better angles, better writing. And I think Paul Heyman has a good head for all of that. I mean, you know, you're talking about somebody that made Public Enemy seem cool.
Oh my god, dude! I've never thought they were cool, but yeah, he did make them seem cool. I didn't watch too much of ECW. Now I'm going back and watching it. I'm doing a 3-match breakdown with Jeff, and he's giving me some ECW matches to look at. I think Sabu versus Taz the first time around.
Yeah,
that they did it. We'll see what other matches we go through. What do you think about Becky Lynch so far in her The Man gimmick? And do you like the fact that they started bringing in the relationship with Seth Rollins into the WWE realm? I personally, I don't like it, and I don't think they're gonna build a good story with it. Even now, like the Extreme Rules match is stupid with Lacey Evans and Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
that's just me. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. It's really forced. It seems really forced. It seems like neither Becky Lynch nor Seth Rollins want it. Like, they don't want their stuff, their personal lives, to get, you know, to involve that in on live television, and I don't blame them.
Why would you? Like, maybe if the story made sense in some kind of way, but they're like, I don't know what they were.
Yeah, well,
I think they had them both as champion. They're like, oh, why don't we pair them together somehow? And that's, to me, lazy writing.
Well, no, I think it all comes from, well, they're dating in real life. Why not throw them on TV? Inject Lacey Evans in there somewhere. Which I don't know why they're trying to get her over.
Well, especially since she's lost already like 3 different pay-per-views to Becky Lynch. Like, how many times are we gonna make her lose? Like, she's never been champion. She doesn't have a history of being a dominant person in the ring, but yet she's gotten a bunch of title shots or got thrown up to the main roster right away. And I'm not saying she's not a good wrestler. I'm saying she doesn't have the time. She doesn't have the experience. And it's just not as believable as it would be if you would have given her time. And I get it. She's an older girl, and they want her, and she's hot right now. Like, they don't want to pass that up. They don't want to pass up her beauty while she's got it. That's just WWE for you. There's tag team belts now, man. They could focus in on her. They have the NXT women's one as well. They have other titles that they could focus in on her, that they can build her up to eventually get her to that spot and let Becky have her shit right now with other people that have that name and that experience. But because fucking this girl has the looks, they're going to push her to the limit.
Yeah, I don't think that she's all that good of a wrestler. She is very lacking in experience, and I think that comes across a lot of times in her matches. She's someone that really would have benefited from that development system they have at NXT and that performance center. And I think she would have... There wouldn't have been anything wrong with having her spend a year in NXT, a year and a half, and then moving her up.
Dude, they have the whole UK thing where they could have had her travel over to the UK and played the whole USA thing, and she's the top person. Play a heel over there in the UK brand as the UK girl, taking that belt that they have. They have the NXT Women's UK belt that they won, that they have. Tony Storm had it.
Yeah, I don't really. I haven't been following NXT UK, so.
Well, NXT has an off-brand, right?
No, well, I know that,
yeah.
But I haven't been following the actual.
Yeah, so they had the tournament
NXT
for
UK.
women, and then Tony Storm won it. Oh no, fuck, what's her name? That other one won it, the really hot one. That's kind of jacked. I know that doesn't help. It's not Rhea Ripley, is it? I think it might be Rhea Ripley. No. Blonde chick, Australian. Not Tony Storm. Tony Storm took it from her. Is it Rhea Ripley? I don't know.
Well, like I said, I'm not really following NXT UK as much, or at all, I should say. But yeah, I'm of the opinion that Lacey Evans could have.
That was Rhea Ripley.
That was Rhea Ripley.
She won the initial NXT women's title, and Tony Storm took it off of her. I'm not sure who has it right now. I haven't been keeping up lately with it, which they do have incredible matches. I need to catch up with it. I've just been focusing a lot more on older pay-per-views, older badass matches, which we've been having a lot of fun, and people have been liking it too.
Yeah.
They're just badass matches we broke down. Me and Ryan did it this past Wednesday.
Yeah.
Cactus Jack Sting, Diamond Dallas Page, Macho Man, and what was the last match I picked? Brett Owen, and then he picked Brett Bulldog, Hall Sting, and DDP Hennig.
Oh yeah, that for the U.S. title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's where Hennig comes out with Ric Flair's robe, right? Is that?
Yeah, I think he does. Yeah, he does come out with the robe. He's
Yeah.
NWO. Yeah, he comes out with the robe. Yeah, there was some badass matches that we broke down. Jeff is going to interject some ECW into the mix next week. I got him booked for Wednesday. Shoutouts to Camera. That's Smoke Frog, for those of you guys that don't know. On the YouTube, says, yo, I want to get back into watching wrestling, especially with the new WWE Attitude Era, like, changes that are currently happening. Yeah, it's definitely getting interesting, especially with the competition. AEW is picking it up. I think AEW actually has a show tomorrow.
Is that Fight for the Fallen?
I think so.
Okay.
Not exactly sure. Is that the one where they're giving the proceeds to charity? No, right?
I think it is.
That's not the one, because WWE is running a co-promote, or not co-promote. They're running a promotion against them as well.
What it was? So I don't know if it was Fyter Fest or if it's this one.
Okay, might have been Fyter Fest.
Fyter Fest already happened.
Yeah.
Well, and wasn't I'm probably totally wrong here, but wasn't a takeover happening that same night?
I don't know. If it's tomorrow, then yeah. Wait, this weekend we got Extreme Rules, right? This Sunday. Then we probably do have a takeover.
Okay, then yeah, that's the one where they're
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, where they're
That's
donating the
probably what it
proceeds. Kenny Omega was very vocal about WWE running that takeover simultaneously to their Fight for the Fallen, saying something along the lines that he
wouldn't expect less from a company that would take money from Saudi
blood
Arabia.
money
Yeah,
from Saudi Arabia. And we touched on that subject last podcast.
Yeah, we don't like getting political on the show too much. We just did right now, right before the podcast. Me and Jesus fought each other to death almost over
politics.
Yeah, because Jesus is.
I am not a Trump.
Jesus is a Trump
No,
lover.
I am not a Trump lover.
He loves Trump, bro.
I
saw it.
I do not love
Dude,
Trump.
I wish I could turn the camera on, but he won't let me. I didn't let him. I didn't sign. I didn't make him sign a disclaimer or anything. But he has a "Make America Great Again" hat.
No,
you guys should see it, dude. It's fucking incredible.
No, I don't.
Crazy.
Actually. You know what you should do is for anybody that doesn't want to be on camera, you should have a "Make America Great Again" hat
With a mask attached.
No,
you should have brought your Psychosis mask, dude. I would have worn my Rey Mysterio mask.
I know, right? I thought about it, especially because Psychosis is on this the show, and that we're about to look.
Give me that Rey Mysterio mask. I'm gonna wear it while we talk about it.
You want the
Rey
Mysterio mask?
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
over there behind the fan. Can you get it for me, please?
Yeah.
Please, por favor.
I see it.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Yeah, stand by, please. We're gonna get into this Nitro card real quick, guys.
Is it still picking me up?
What the
mic.
A little bit, probably.
Okay.
We're gonna get into this card, guys. Don't worry.
Well, hold on. Where I was going was you should have a "Make America Great Again" hat, just kind of like at your side, and for anybody that doesn't want to be on camera, you kind of like pull it out and be like, look, this is his hat.
Orale, orale, 619. All right, guys.
I
got my special guest, Rey Mysterio, in the house now.
So what are the origins of this mask? Like how
Rey Mysterio's mask?
No, like your mask in particular. Where'd you get it?
This one is Frankie's mask that I told everyone to get masks so we can do mask shows. He doesn't like being on camera, so I told him to get a mask. And I kind of just kept it.
Okay.
So I stole this mask.
Nice.
Some thief.
So, next time we podcast, I'll wear a mask.
You should bring your Psychosis mask. I love it.
That mask is actually amazing.
I need to get a Psychosis mask. I had a picture with that. That was my profile on Facebook for a while. It's probably still up there on Facebook.
Yeah, same.
Or MySpace. Orale, orale, 619.
Yeah, that mask I have of Psychosis is actually amazing.
What?
The mask. It's really well done. No, mine.
Yeah, so thank you, Frankie, for the mask.
I want to say I didn't actually. I had it purchased for me by somebody close to me that went to Mexico and brought it back.
All right. Do you want to get into the Nitro card?
Yeah. Anything else you wanna touch on?
I've been kickboxing, which is pretty good, pretty sore. You didn't come to my barbecue, but we don't have to talk about that.
Look, I didn't, and I'll put it out there. I didn't come to your barbecue because I couldn't talk, and my voice is kind of straining right now. I learned this week about the phenomenon of vocal fry. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so vocal fry is this thing where
you're crazy.
Okay, so you do know what it is.
Yeah, like I don't know what you're talking about. But,
I'm probably having a lot of that right now, just because my throat is still. I couldn't talk. I had a really gnarly throat infection.
It's when you speak and you don't allow all the wind to come out of your fucking mouth, and it's people from California, and they fucking
yeah, and so when you're speaking, your voice kind of has a little creak to it. I'm probably having a lot of that right now, just because I had a really gnarly throat infection. I had a fever, like I told
hope
you.
the windsock helps a little bit. I should have gotten you the other one, the circle one, the pop filter.
Oh yeah.
It helps with your peas, brother. Yeah, so
That's why I didn't come to your barbecue, and I'm sorry. It sounded like it was a really awesome time, but also I was sick. I was a doctor most of the day.
Spent a lot of money on these guys. That's why I don't feel bad taking this mask. Dude, I bought. Look, you're forgiven, Jesus. I give you my blessing.
I have the paperwork downstairs that I got from the
believe
doctor.
You. Raph, though, on the other hand, you son of a bitch, I'm talking to you.
Call him out.
And let me tell you something, brother. Next time I invite you to my house.
Ain't gonna be no next time.
There ain't gonna be no next time, brother. I'm gonna throw a bicycle at you. No, yeah, I don't know. Something with his girlfriend. Not a good enough excuse, to be honest. He said he was gonna hit me up and bring steaks over, but that wasn't.
Oh shit.
That wasn't. That's not. Look, I invited everyone over to celebrate Full Heel Podcast. Anyone that listens, not anyone that listens, just people that I know that either listen, download the show, comment on stuff, like my stuff, support the show, either just in fucking listening, even my friends, because it's fucking ridiculous how you can't even get your friends to share your shit or like your shit. It's ridiculous. I know you're not active on Facebook a lot, so I don't blame you for that. But like people that are active that'll fucking share the stupidest thing that can't even comment on yours thing to share it. And I get it. You don't have to like it or listen to it, but it helps out if you share it.
Well, sometimes.
But fuck them. They can eat my asshole. But like I said, like Rafa, he
at least sometimes when you've posted stuff, I'll like it.
Yeah, but like I said, I'll invite people that support the podcast. So I invited Rafa, and he didn't come. So he's dead to me. Dead.
I had a fever.
Yeah.
I was at the doctor most of the day. I went in as a walk-in, right? And they did a strep test. I didn't have strep, so yeah. I'm sorry that I missed your lit as barbecue.
It's pretty cool. I not that you missed, but
I was gonna come here. I was gonna bring. I don't know what I was gonna bring, but I mean, even before it even happened, we talked about it, and I told you I was gonna be there, and I was gonna show up, hit a dab, and like a dab, like how TJP used to hit them, and yeah.
I had 4 ribeye steaks, 2 top sirloin, and then 2 giant round steaks, like out of the leg.
Yeah.
Out of the round. And I cooked those up, all of those steaks. Some arrachera, 2 packs of spicy brats, some non-cured all-beef hot dogs.
Oh, yeah. I know the
chicken breast in barbecue sauce. And hamburgers. I cooked hamburgers.
Did you hand make the hamburgers?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sounds amazing.
And then I bought a cheesecake. There was soda, water. Everyone had beer. It was a fun time. And, yeah. So...
There's always, heels giving.
Yeah, heels giving.
I'll be here for that for sure.
I didn't think of what I want to do this time. Last time was a turkey and bacon.
Yeah, I brought sliders.
Yeah, all those were fucking good. Should have put barbecue sauce on them on the side.
Maybe I'll make.
Oh no, you had something, right? You had bistro sauce, right? Or no, you had.
No, it was hoju sauce.
Hoju sauce.
Hoju sauce.
What is it?
Auju.
Auju.
Yeah.
Auju sauce.
Maybe I'll make a chicken parm.
Nice.
Because I made you a chicken parm not too long ago, right?
That's why I was pissed too. You made me eat your chicken parm, and then you then you drove by my barbecue and threw rotten tomatoes at us.
I never drove by here.
Oh, yeah, whatever, bro.
That was Raph.
That was
Not you, Raph.
Yeah, but enough of that. Some Nitro?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right, so...
Wait, hold on. I'm going to steal another water. Hang on.
Go ahead, brother. We're going to get into Nitro the day after Bash at the Beach, 1996, July 8th. We will let you guys know who the third guy is this upcoming hour. At the end of the show, by the end of the show, we will let you know who the third guy was, tag team partner of the Outsiders, taking on the team WCW, Macho Man, Sting, Lex Luger versus the Outsiders and the third guy. Who is it? We'll let you know. Stay tuned.
Yeah, coming up in the
No spoilers here.
second hour of this broadcast.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers here. No spoilers. But Mysterio was really evil in Spider-Man Homecoming. No spoilers here, guys. We'll let you guys know who the third man is at the top of the show.
Just pulling up my notes here.
Yeah. So, top of the show, Orale, 619, Rey Mysterio Jr., King of the West Coast, King of the 619, taking on Dean Malenko, King of Mean.
From what I gathered, because I didn't watch the Bash at the Beach for this. Mm-hmm. I've seen it before.
Dean Malenko beats Disco Inferno to retain the title.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that's where I was going with it.
Rey Mysterio opens up the show to take on Psychosis. This is Psychosis' debut Nitro.
On Nitro, yeah.
A little bit of history for you guys. If you guys want to know what's going on Raw, nothing really. We have Warrior versus Owen. They announced their third guy. Shawn Michaels and Ahmed Johnson announced their third guy, Psycho Sid.
Wait, this is going on Raw?
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. Savio Vega takes on, I forgot who. It's a really, really horrible Raw from the looks of it compared to this non-spoiler third guy introduction. Oh, he got introduced at Bash at the Beach, and we'll let you guys know who that is coming up at the end of the show.
Yeah, in case you missed it.
Yeah, in case you missed it. We don't want to spoil it. Maybe you guys want to download the pay-per-view, order it online. No, but, so, I'm just teasing the third guy because that's what they were doing this whole show. Yeah. They were teasing who is the third guy, who was the third guy, what happened.
They're really trying to get the pay-per-view replays. They're trying to sell those.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. They're trying to resell this pay-per-view. They keep on announcing that it will be that they're going to give you pictures, but that's all they're going to give you.
Yeah, they're going to give you. They're not going to give you a highlight. The only form of highlight that you're going to get are stills from the night before, when the third man came out and joined the Outsiders.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Hey, Jesus, can you make sure the blue is directly in front of your face?
You know what? That is my bad. I must have moved the mic.
It's probably good. I just don't want it to echo any.
I must have moved it when I went and got water or the mask or something.
Yeah. Let's see. So Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko. Dean Malenko is actually defending his cruiserweight title here on a Nitro.
Yeah, he came out and I thought, man, he's looking good. He's got the little 5 o'clock shadow.
Nice haircut.
Yeah, looking clean, looking good. He's looking a little leaner than I've seen him before.
Holds trunks. I prefer when he has the icicle kind of look on them.
Oh yeah,
the blue things hanging. I prefer those trunks
because he was the Iceman.
Yeah. But I'll take these. These are pretty cool too. Pretty cool trunks.
There's like I don't know what you call it. Maybe it's written. He's got 1,000 on the back of his trunks.
1,000 holds, brother.
In like a glittery font.
Are you hating on his trunks or something?
No. I'm just describing it for the people.
Mm-hmm. So
Rey Mysterio comes out in a very loud pink. But I really liked that little entrance robe he had. That was pretty cool. I thought that was a nice touch. Because at first it looked like my graduation gown. But actually when
you wore pink underwear under your graduation
I did.
gown?
I did. But if you look at the back, it's got an eagle on the back. I thought that was pretty cool.
Okay.
I wonder if that was like his dad's or something.
So they start off with Dean trying to tie up Ray's arm, Ray reversing a little bit, but Dean clearly the more powerful, bigger of the two cruiserweights.
Yeah, you're having the kind of match you would expect, where Ray is doing a lot of the high flying, fast paced moves, and Dean is doing a lot of the mat based. That sort of match. A lot of back and forth, a lot of contrasting styles. Really
the
like
back and forth, and then you have Dean will slam him down with a slam and hold him down, get a submission in. Ray gets a little bit of offense in, but then you have the same thing back at it. Dean Malenko, the Iceman, implementing his very, very how do I want to say, fierce and nonstop pressure of wrestling, mat wrestling.
Yeah.
Transitioning from a slam into a hold, which is really, really good. Not good is not the word. Refreshing to see, like, good chain wrestling.
Yeah. Yep. Good.
Passed
good way
down
to
by
describe
his
it.
father. Like, you can tell he's got experience, generations within his lineage of learning how to wrestle, because he does it so well.
Now there were. Don't get me wrong. This is a highlight for me on this show, but there were a couple times where, maybe some of the moves that they did weren't all that crisp or just straight up botched.
I have a couple of the highlights, because I'm gonna call it how it is. If I'm gonna criticize Raw and SmackDown now for what they do, I have to criticize these guys as well for these same things. I'm not gonna be biased. So halfway through the match, commercial break.
Yeah.
WWE does this now.
They do this now, but they find a way to reset the match, which I actually don't like. I don't mind if they go to a commercial break in the middle of the match. I actually don't mind that. Because, I mean, I guess if you think about it, other sports don't do it. You know, they do it like during a break.
Yeah.
You know, if like in football, for example, if they're kind of changing sides, they'll go to a break, to commercial break. But with wrestling, it's completely different. You know, I don't think it's fair to compare to other sports. And so if you have to go to a commercial break in the middle of the match, it's not the worst thing in the world.
But at least now WWE will give you the picture by picture in commercials. This one went to a break and then came back. But like I said, if I'm going to criticize WWE, which I do now for going to commercial, I kind of have to give it to these guys too. But it was a reset. After this, Dean belly flops Ray into a double arm power bomb, into a camel clutch, into a leg scissor hold. Like I said, the chain wrestling by Dean Malenko is very, very refreshing. It's good to see. Well, not refreshing. It's just we don't see it a lot anymore. Not too much.
Yeah, a lot of the wrestling you see today, and I know I've brought this up before. It just seems very linear, where they're kind of like, if you know what you're looking for, you can kind of tell that they probably worked out the match, you know, in the back before, and they're just kind of going from, okay, sequence A, you know, moving on, sequence B.
And I think I'm gonna get to the botches right here that you were kind of referring to.
Yeah, well, there was one where they were, Malenko was on the outside, and Ray kind of goes for a moonsault from the apron, and just kind of completely misses Malenko kind of just.
So it was a double botch. So I know exactly the spot you were talking about.
Yeah, and he just lands on the floor and blasts his knees.
Yeah, so Ray reverses a slam on the inside, and then Hurricanrana's kind of Dean out, but doesn't really execute it all the way. He doesn't finish it. He begins it, doesn't finish it, sell it all the way, and Dean kind of has to throw himself over, but it's kind of half-assed because Ray didn't sell it all the way. So then Dean has to pick it up. So then Dean jumps onto the outside, and then, like you said, I think it was a moonsault, but Ray misses Dean. Dean still sells it and falls towards the inside of.
Yeah, because he did kind of clip him. So I can see why Malenko would have sold it.
Mm-hmm.
And overall, I don't think that. I think that they're quick acting. They knew what they were doing enough to where the botches weren't highlighted. Like you couldn't, if you didn't know what you were looking at, you couldn't tell that they botched.
Yeah. And fuck. So I said Ray faced Psychosis right at Bash at the Beach. So we didn't get like a awesome final spot. We had Splash Mountain into a Hurricanrana that time, or was it one that I picked? The match that I picked?
Was that at Bash at the Beach?
I think that was at Bash at the Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't watch. Like I said, I didn't watch Bash.
If I didn't cover a Ray Psychosis match with you last time, that's what I saw at Bash at the Beach '96. It was Psychosis was going for Splash Mountain, and Ray reversed the Splash Mountain as he was going down into a Hurricanrana into the wind.
Oh, okay. Kind of like a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that was one of the botches I kind of picked up on too. There was a double botch between both of them.
There was a sweet move closer to the end of the match where Malenko, they're both on the top rope. Malenko gets Ray on the shoulders, throws him up and into his knee on the floor on the mat, into what they call a gut buster.
Yeah.
I thought that looked really, really bad.
Yeah, that was sold perfectly by both.
Bad as in like it was sold well and it looked devastating.
Badass.
Yeah.
Ray gets the reversal off the top. Oh, okay. So Dean, after landing some powerful belly to bellies and slams, both times stops the 2 count on Ray.
Yeah, he has Ray in a pinning situation. He's teasing that he's going to go for the 3. After the 2 count, picks up Ray. Mm-hmm. Disrupts the count, the pinfall, and picks him up and
throws him against the ropes.
Ray
lands a quick Hurricanrana, 1, 2, 3.
Yep. Hooks the legs into a 3 count, winning the Cruiserweight Championship from
winning the
Dean
Cruiserweight
Malenko.
Championship. Let's see.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty refreshing to see a title change on Nitro in the opening match.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I didn't know that was on there, so that was pretty neat.
I didn't know any of the matches that were on here. I just picked it out because I'm like, oh, Bash at the Beach was the day, or this is the day after Bash at the Beach. Fuck it, we could do this. Probably the best match on the card. No, Eddie versus Psychosis is the best match on the card. This is right under it.
Yeah, but both definitely highlights in the show.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think I'm done with the fucking mask.
So I have here. They go to a.
Tricked you guys. You guys thought you guys were gonna see my fucking identity. Oh, fucking swerve! Look, the swerve. The swerve. All right, get out of here, Ray. See you later.
They go to backstage where Mean Gene Okerlund is standing with the Steiners and the Nasty Boys. They're just cutting a promo on each other. They have a match later on in the night. The winner of that match is going to go on to face Harlem Heat for the WCW Tag Team Championships.
Wait, did you skip a match or did I skip?
No. This is right at least this is what I have. They went right to that backstage interview.
Okay. The interview
before the second match.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, what had my attention the whole time were the facial reactions of Rick Steiner. He was smiling at one of the Nasty Boys, dude, the whole time.
It seems like Scott never learned how to ever improve his promos ever. It seems like it's the worst every single time.
I think it's his articulation, the way he articulates himself.
Hey, Mean Gene. Me and my brother Rick over here. We're just gonna he's can't get it out. He'll stutter a word or two, and then it's just like.
It's not natural.
Yeah,
it takes away from the natural delivery that, your typical wrestler that actually can deliver a natural promo. It takes away that natural sound and feel to it.
Let me tell you something, Nasty Boys. You might be nasty, but you won't be getting one over on me. It would have been a lot easier for Dusty to do it. Because I don't. Besides angry and yelling, I don't know what Scott's character was. Besides a wrestler that's
he was
angry.
he was a legit pro wrestler. That was his gimmick. No, but then the Nasty Boys cut a promo. It's pretty terrible.
Mm-hmm.
That's
they both just
all
respect each other. That's a pretty bad promo.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad promo. From here, did you see the Glacier promo?
Yeah,
they're
Glacier
teasing
commercial. Yeah,
they're teasing Glacier.
Glacier hasn't been there yet. Weirdly, well, no, it's '96, so
yeah, they're teasing him heavily.
he was at AEW's Battle Royal.
Yeah, I saw it.
Not in shape. Not in shape.
Yeah, it's your typical blood runs cold promo. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. I believe we have another one later on too. Actually, later on in this broadcast.
So we have a bunch of promos because of the third man. So Ray cut a promo like we said. We'll let you guys know what the third man is at the end of the show. Rey Mysterio cuts a promo on the third man, how he let everyone down, how everyone looked up to him, and this was cut during the.
Oh yeah, and even actually even
later. Sorry.
even the Nasty Boys.
Yeah, the Nasty Boys
would chime in. So the overall theme is, how are the WCW wrestlers reacting
to this travesty?
Yeah, to the
this
third
audacity
man. Mm-hmm.
By the third guy.
So you kind of have this feeling of like, here are the WCW wrestlers, and here's this dark cloud looming over them.
Match after this was the Blue Bloods taking on Big Bubba and Hugh Morris.
Yeah, they opened this with a highlight between a match that happened the night before, between John Tenta, formerly the Shark, formerly Earthquake, and the Big Boss Man, who is now known as Big Bubba. I guess they had a match the night before in what was it, the Silver Dollar Challenge?
It was a sock with silver dollars hanging on it, and the pole was ridiculously high. Tenta couldn't climb it at all.
Nobody could climb any.
Big Bubba couldn't climb it.
Yeah, either one of them weren't
the only person that could climb it was Jimmy Hart.
And that's what they did.
Yep.
So my the question that I had is, does the winner of the match get to keep the sock with the silver dollars?
Tenta dumped them out on Big Bubba and covered his eyes with two coins. I don't know if he kept them.
That sucks, because he could have hit the bar afterward. And I mean, dude, they're at Disney.
At least one beer.
Hey, we forgot to mention they're at Disney Universal.
Yeah, were they at the same spot? No, right? This is the outside arena, right?
This is
Bash at the Beach was not outside, right? Not that I remember.
I don't know. You saw it. I did.
I don't remember it being outside. I remember it being a completely different arena. I thought it was inside.
Yeah, no. This is a outdoor arena. They're in Florida at Disney Universal Studios.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty different setup as far as the entrance, and there's no fan barricades or anything like that. So it's a pretty different setup. I thought it was kind of neat. But yeah, John Tenta could have bought himself, the ears with those silver dollars.
Yeah. The Mickey ears.
Yeah.
They had the earful tower.
Yeah, the earful tower.
So I don't know why Tenta came out and attacked Big Bubba, even though he had won the match the day before.
Yeah, I don't know either. Maybe he wasn't done with Big Bubba. This was a match that was there. There wasn't really a whole lot to it. I will say, Regal did have my attention just because he has some really great expressions on his face during his match. But other than that, there wasn't really anything noteworthy other than, the finish of the match.
Well, Sherry comes out. Well, no, that was in the other one.
No, that was a different
man,
match. With this match, it was John Tenta that came out.
Yeah, sorry, Tenta.
Half of his head was shaved.
Yeah.
He attacked Big Bubba. For some reason, this wasn't a disqualification.
Yeah.
The Blue Bloods would go in and hit a tag team move.
Back body drop?
Back body drop.
Double back body drop.
On Hugh Morris.
Something. I don't know what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, I don't like Hugh Morris too much. Was that just his name for the Dungeon of Doom and it's kind of stuck? Hugh Morris, get it?
Well, that was his gimmick. He had like a laughing face on his on his ring gear.
Yeah, pretty weak sauce, if you ask me.
I do like that. After this match, they had the WCW Saturday Night promo, which you can catch on TBS at 6:05 Eastern Time.
What?
WCW Saturday Night? Yeah.
Did you watch those? I think that's where I caught up a lot.
Yeah. I did actually watch those, and it was all jobber matches.
Fuck, is my keyboard not working or something? I don't know, Jesus. Witchcraft over here.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, so Tenta distracts the ref. The Blue Bloods land their finisher. Got the win in a really quick match. Filler of a match.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Yeah. Next match, though, we get Psychosis versus Eddie Guerrero in a badass match.
Yep. This is probably one of the other... Probably the highlight, the match of the night for me, with a close second being the opening Dean Malenko and Rey Mysterio. It's a pretty cold open. There's no introductions. There's no theme music or entrances for either one of them. They kind of go to break after the last match, and they come back, and both guys are already in the ring. As they're wrestling, this is when Rey Mysterio is cutting his promo on his thoughts on what transpired the night before at Bash at the Beach. He's saying that he's disappointed and disgusted.
Everyone's disappointed and disgusted, bro.
I can't blame them. At the behavior of this third man. And
cuts it in Spanish
he cuts the same promo in Spanish, which I thought was kind of cool. But then, once that goes away, the match with Eddie and it's almost like they knew, like they timed it.
Yeah.
Because then it starts to really pick up from there.
Yeah, so it starts off with transitional wrestling between the both of them, arm locks into reversals, into submissions, into reversals for both of them. So each one of them gets to show off a little bit of their offense. It's kind of a reset. They both look at each other, kind of a stare off. This was right before the Ray promo. It keeps on going like this for a little bit till Psychosis hits himself on the nuts and goes to the outside. He gets thrown into the ropes.
Yeah, kind of like if you think of that one time Enzo got thrown into the ropes and hit his head pretty bad.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Yeah.
Psychosis got thrown, except the opposite way, in such a way that his crotch would hit the ropes, and he would end up outside.
Let's see. They have some more back and forth by Psychosis. Psychosis throws Eddie to the outside and hits. It's not called the 540 splash, is it? It's like a moonsault twist that he lands from the top rope.
Yeah, it's like a corkscrew.
Yeah, corkscrew.
Plancha,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, there we go. There you go, Michael Tenay. Jesus Tenay over there with the names. So he hits that, and this starts the story of the match.
His Vaporwave album is pretty great, by the way. I'm just look him up, my Tank Bandcamp.
I'm good. So this starts off the story of the match of Eddie's shoulder. Eddie's shoulder's fucked up now.
Yeah, they're really selling the shoulder. I think
Psychosis focuses in on it right away. He starts attacking it with arm locks.
Yeah, you hear Larry Zbyszko saying that he thinks that he might have sprained that arm or that shoulder after that plancha.
Dude, he slams it against the ropes. He does a drop kick to the actual arm itself instead of the chest. He's really, really focusing in on the shoulder very expertly, very telling his story well within the ring and within the aspects of not having to say anything.
Yeah, some really good. I mean, you're having a guy with a mask really tell a story, which
Cool costume too. He had orange highlights in it.
Yeah,
Black, white, with
dude,
orange highlights.
It almost looked like something out of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he did it way before the New Day did.
What keeps these guys going? Jalapenos?
Yeah.
Zabisco. That's one of my favorite lines from Zabisco.
Yeah,
Eddie kicks out a bunch from these attacks that he's doing. So every time he attacks his shoulder a bunch or gets a high slam off of it, he goes for the pin. Eddie kicks out, and then which leads to Zabisco going, "What keeps these guys going? Jalapenos?" And I laughed. I paused it, and I had to write it down. Oh, yeah, was fucking hilarious.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
After 3 reversals, or after Eddie trying to mount some kind of offense and him reversing 3 different moves, on the 3rd attempt, he finally lands a superplex that leads into the frog splash, giving him the victory.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and that frog splash was actually really impressive because Psychosis was a little bit further out from. He was like really close to, probably in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. So it was the superplex off of the right hand corner, and then he lands a superplex, and then Eddie goes to the left hand corner and does the frog splash from there.
Yeah, he really had to cover some distance there, which was very impressive.
Yeah.
Really highlighting the athletic ability of both of these guys. It's no wonder why Eddie became what he became, and it's no wonder why Psychosis was as over as he still is in Mexico.
I think he's really underrated. As to me, they could have used him so much better if they would have kept the mask on him. He's up there with Ray. He's up there with Eddie, and the ability to tell a story, man. Because
why I know the thing that really held him back was the language barrier.
Yeah. Because you can see here, he gets good offense. That corkscrew plancha that he did, but then he could show you like, hey, I'm going to focus in on an arm. I'm going to attack the arm with submissions. I'm going to drop kick the arm specifically. He knows how to tell a good story, how to slow down the pace of a match, how to pick up the pace of a match.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why growing up he was one of my favorites. Maybe not just because of the costume, but he had a badass costume.
I mean, there's a reason why I have the mask.
And there's a reason why I've always wanted to get one too.
Yeah.
But I should order one off of Amazon already. So yeah, this is probably the best. No, this is the best match of the night. Eddie versus Psychosis. Go ahead and check out the match if you guys don't want to check out the whole Nitro.
Yeah, really a hidden gem. Because unless you're actively going out of your way to watch this Nitro, it's probably not going to get brought up. And I can't help but think that there's probably a lot of hidden gems like this spread across throughout the life cycle of what Nitro was.
I need to just watch Nitro in order.
Yeah.
And put in the pay-per-view and just watch it. And then when you guys want to go over it, I'll go over it again.
Yeah.
But that way I have a good timeline going, because watching all these is really connecting timelines, and I'm able to, like, when we're talking about these things, I'm able to like oh, I just did this. Oh, I just fucking did this match. Oh, I just did this match. I'm able to fucking, because I've seen these but as a kid.
Yeah. So
now going back and refreshing them, I'm able to pull them out and be able to fucking use them in Full Heel Podcast.
Yeah.
This match ends, which leads us into a horrible Dungeon of Doom promo.
Yeah, you have the Giant as he's the heavyweight champion. He's got the big gold belt around his waist. That was the belt that he won from Hogan in
over a year ago.
Halloween Havoc, when Hogan was getting it from behind by the Yeti,
mm-hmm.
the Yeti.
Hogan! Oh no, that was Andre.
That was Andre. Not
Hogan!
Not the Yeti.
I'm Andre.
That's actually a really good Andre. But yeah, that's what that's from. You have 3 feet of Kevin Sullivan and Jimmy Hart in a purple WCW suit.
Mm-hmm. Kevin Sullivan's horrible acting, the Giant's horrible acting. Everyone cutting horrible promos here.
Well, I thought it was pretty funny, the promo that Kevin Sullivan cut, saying that the actions that were performed by the third man really voided the work of the Dungeon of Doom.
Yeah.
And their previous attempts to destroy the third man.
Yeah, because the third man destroyed himself.
Yes.
No, yeah. It's like, all right.
Still to come, the revelation of
we'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Stay tuned to the top of the end of the show. We'll let you guys know who the third guy was.
Yeah, we're gonna reveal that in the second hour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, second hour. Stay tuned, guys. We're even gonna change commentators at the top of the hour. We're gonna have new hosts. My brother and my niece are gonna jump in, and they'll finish the rest of the show for you guys, which was kind of weird. I don't remember this happening, but yeah, they switched at the top of the hour. They switched from Zabisco and Shivani to Bischoff and Heenan.
Yeah,
the Brain.
I would have just preferred if it would have stayed as if it would have been Shivani and Heenan. I thought they had really good chemistry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or Zabisco.
What are these guys on
jalapenos? What keeps these guys going? Jalapenos?
I mean, you could have had the 3-man booth, with Zabisco chiming in with those witty remarks.
Yeah. But they did what they did. They switched at the top of the hour. They had fireworks going off. They had a stick of dynamite going off for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, and to end this horrible promo with the Dungeon of Doom, the Giant says that as long as he has the WCW Championship around his waist, nobody has anything to worry about.
Which is a lie, because the company will fold 5 years later.
But, how are they going to know that?
Well, the Giant should have stuck around, that quitter. He eventually jumped ship, so... Well, maybe he was right? He's like, I jumped ship, and they fell. So, next match, after the promo, we have number 1 contender match between the Nasty Boys and the Steiner Brothers, right?
Yeah, nothing really all that memorable. I thought that this match was... It was pretty physical. At least it appeared to be very physical.
Nasty Boys have a very physical and nasty style. Fits their name.
Yeah.
They didn't do their nasty shit, though, because I guess they didn't have... There wasn't really a dominating aspect for either team, so they weren't, like, dominating and then putting their fucking armpits in the Steiner's face like they would do.
I don't know that Scott Steiner would have been okay with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like, hey, you're going to do that, we're going to fight. So.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stories out there of the Nasty Boys being a little rough
and fitting their name.
Yeah.
Being nasty and smelling.
Yeah, just being gross and
not washing their stuff regularly. They live their persona.
Yeah, and so in 1996, I don't know that I think the Nasty Boys at that point were very played out. Mm-hmm. They should have maybe changed it up a little bit. To me, the Nasty Boys was a early 90s WWE thing.
Do they join the NWO?
They actually did join the NWO briefly, and then Hogan's like, "What are you doing wearing our? You don't wear our colors." And then they beat the crap out of him.
Okay. At the time, everyone was joining. I don't know why they didn't let them, but. So, yeah, we have Sags beating up on Scott a little bit, using a lot of brawler techniques, a lot of punches, a lot of... Yeah, not technical at all, because it's the story of the Nasty Boys versus the wrestlers in the Steiners. We have a reversal by Scott. He does a double arm power bomb or a double arm slam. Pretty impressive, picking up fucking fat ass Sags just by the arms and slamming them like that. But Scott Steiner is jacked, so...
Yeah, Steiner's pretty jacked. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a whole lot to say about this. It was very...
Hour 2 happens during the match, right? They switch during the match?
Yeah, I think they do. There's not a whole lot to say about it. There's not a lot that happened here.
It's like 6 minutes.
Yeah,
minutes.
It's a very... On top of it being uneventful, it's pretty short.
Yeah, and... For some reason, I guess Sherry and Colonel Parker want the Steiners to face Harlem Heat. I don't know why. I would like to find out why, but I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know what the end game for them there is.
Killing Thanos? Reversing the snap? Sorry, wrong.
Wrong end game.
Yeah.
But yeah, they come out. Sherry gets involved in the match.
She distracts the ref.
Yeah, causing a distraction.
Colonel Parker hits Sags with his cane?
I
Some
guess.
metal object?
It might have been like his Southern style pimp cane.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Dude, I gotta thank you for that fucking Mike Tyson, dude. That, just looking at it, it's fucking sweet. I'm gonna go beat off in the bathroom right now. Pause the show. Jamie, pause this.
Roll it back.
Yeah, roll it back. Look this up. Let's see. Did I skip this match? No, right? Damn, how this short ass match too. The next match after this. Yeah, so like I said, Steiner's won. They move on.
Yeah, they're gonna go on to face Harlem Heat for the tag team championships. After the match, Mean Gene goes in there. He's trying to get some thoughts on what transpired the night before. I actually thought that this promo that the Nasty Boys cut here wasn't as bad as the promo that they cut in the locker room. They're really hitting home the fact that change is in the air. They're saying that, you know, what the third man did, which we're gonna reveal later on in the show.
Third man, dude.
Yeah.
Don't fucking reveal it, bro.
No
spoilers.
I'm not gonna. I'm being very careful here.
Yeah.
Treading lightly. Yeah, they're really hitting home that it wasn't good.
Yeah. So after that promo, we have Ric Flair versus Jim Powers in a very short match. I don't think it was for the U.S. belt, right? I think it was just a regular match.
It might. No, I think it was a non-title match.
Let me check real quick. I have the card open.
Yeah,
it was for the United States belt.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. Jim Powers getting a United States title opportunity.
Well, how much of an opportunity when you give a 5-minute match against Flair?
Yeah, right.
Flair being Flair, man. He comes out with Miss Elizabeth, Woman, and who else? Who was the third chick? The blonde chick.
Deborah McMichael.
Who's Deborah married to right now?
At this point, she's married to...
Well, no, like right now in real life.
Oh, right now, I don't know.
She's married to someone, isn't she?
Not like a wrestler,
Austin?
I don't think. No, it's not Austin.
Brock?
No, that's Sable.
Who's Austin married to?
A random.
Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. I would just assumed.
I think it's a random.
When was married to Deborah? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so we have Flair.
This is
doing
basically
Flair shit.
this is basically the I'm
It's
Flair.
his offense.
I'm gonna get myself over.
I poke. Fucking Jim Powers. He goes to the outside whenever he gets slammed. We have women on the outside like the whole fucking time. Super distracting.
Yeah, that was her gimmick.
Yeah, that was her gimmick. I've kind of come to see it a couple so last Bash at the Beach the day before this, it was a whole yelling fest by women. She actually fucks up Conan 3 times, or Conan, sorry, and hits him with the heel to
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
Whoa.
But she actually hits Conan with the heel while the ref is distracted.
Yeah.
And which gives Flair the win, and he picks up the United States Championship for himself, which they treated with a lot of respect here. Whenever there was a United States champion, he would talk shit to the heavyweight champion, because they were also called the United States Heavyweight Champion.
That's true.
That heavyweight champion was dropped to later just United States champion.
Yeah.
In the WWE.
It's
held with more prestige.
Something interesting here. Flair is wearing red. There's this conspiracy that whenever Flair wins red, I don't know if you ever heard this.
That's not a conspiracy. If you go back and watch all of Flair's matches where he wears red,
Yes.
he wins.
No, he loses.
Oh, he loses?
Yeah.
Did he lose this one? He won this
No,
one.
he won this one.
Well, then that's wrong.
Yeah, this is an exception to the rule.
I thought it was that he won with red. Oh, no, it's with blue, right? That he wins with royal blue?
Yeah.
That's what I read. I had it confused. But he wins this one.
Yeah. So we found an exception to the rule.
Aha! Area 51 false.
Are you going to that?
Do you know why that is?
What?
Why all that stupid shit's happening right now?
Like
With
we're
Area 51?
Oh, no! It was just
It's not random.
it was just some guy that's like, let's
No.
go there and let's. No, you don't think so?
No.
What do you
What
think?
it was, Bob
Was it GTA 5?
No, Bob Lazar.
Yeah.
They came out with a documentary on Netflix. It's like a documentary of a guy that got hired to work on like an anti-gravity machine found by Area 51. Like, so this guy talked about an element that wasn't on the periodic table beforehand, and now it is. And like before, when he said it was on there, people were calling him crazy, and like people said it didn't exist, and like then it existed.
Okay.
He said they had hand scanners that could measure your bone density and like all crazy. People said he was crazy. Years later, there's photos of them, of those exact things. They try to wipe out his backstory, and I don't know if this is real or not, all of this, but Joe Rogan had him on. He's on there for 3 hours talking with him, and he just says how he worked at Area 51, and he's just talking about everything that he witnessed, how they, like this element that they found that's kind of fuel for the spaceships,
Yeah.
and how there's like this anti-gravity machine also that manipulates gravity that allows spaceships to fly. That like they've found aircraft that he doesn't know exactly where it came from, but they have old aircraft that have different ways of flying without propelling yourself with shooting out fire from the back of something and throttling. That these are like anti-gravity or like gravity machines that manipulate gravity and allow you to move in like a sphere of something that manipulates the gravity around you that allows you to move all crazy and do. So that's a documentary that came out on Netflix. And then Joe Rogan had him on, and now all these memes are coming out about let's go bust these aliens out at Area 51 and let's go do all this stuff at Area 51.
Are you going to that?
No, it's all stupid.
Why not? I thought we talked about going out there and podcasting.
Have you seen the videos of people going out there on motorcycles and like cars? They have cars come out to them and stop them.
Yeah,
gunpoint.
I've seen it, and
They fucking search them and like, who the fuck are you guys? The fuck are you guys doing here?
yeah,
Get the fuck out of here!
yeah, I've seen it.
It's fucking crazy. I believe there's aliens. I don't know what we have or what we know about it, but the universe is way too big for there not to be something out there.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're out there.
Octopus are fucking aliens.
Watch the skis.
Yeah, look out for the skis. Is it Mr. What is his name?
Nimoy.
Mr. Nimoy. We still have 15 minutes. And he's like, I'm gonna go to my car real quick. And then he just leaves and never comes back.
Yeah.
I don't think he's coming back. Look up at the skis, the skies. Let's see. So yeah, we didn't. Yeah, Flair's being Flair. Flair eventually picks up the win.
A lot of Flair antics.
Yeah, with a figure four, and he's got the leverage with women pulling him back.
Yep.
So he wins like that. Referee doesn't see it. Quick match, 5 minutes.
Yeah, Jim Powers didn't stand a chance.
Yeah. Let's see.
There's a post-match interview again with Mean Gene. Flair's popping the champagne in the background.
Yeah. And they are
pouring it out, handing it out. There's no Chris Benoit here. He's got a match coming up next.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all addressing again, as has been the theme of the night. They're addressing the situation with the third man, which we're gonna reveal in hour number 2 of this broadcast.
What you guys know right now.
Yep. So stay tuned. That's coming up real soon.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-dun, ba-dun. Oh wait, sorry, that's the NFL theme. I don't want to get sued by the NFL.
Yeah, they have Mongo McMichael saying that they're in the days of the apocalypse of WCW. But Ric Flair does make a point to say that he can go all night long. Yeah.
He's like, right, ladies. He tells all the 3 women that he could go all night long, and then he woos a bunch. And the next match is the 4th Horseman, Chris Benoit, taking on
Sergeant Craig Pittman with Teddy Long.
Why didn't we get a longer match between these guys? Why do I not know who this guy is, Pittman? He's like a black fucking Chris Benoit. They were going like suplex for suplex, hold for hold, and he was pretty ravenous for himself. Not knowing who he was.
So did you notice in this match at one point Eric Bischoff? By this point, they've already changed announcers. Eric Bischoff calls Chris Benoit the Wolverine.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he calls him. He says something to the effect of like, "Oh yeah, this guy's been called a Wolverine."
Mm-hmm.
So going that far back with that moniker.
Damn.
Craig Pittman, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe he was one of the head trainers there for WCW at the power plant.
Okay.
Which would explain why he was as good as he was. And yeah, I mean you're absolutely right. They could have made for a really entertaining match.
Dude, they gave us 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Almost 3, sorry. I apologize.
There's not really a whole lot to get into here. This is a really short match, like you said, probably 2 minutes.
Teddy Long throws in the towel.
Yeah.
He gets Benoit crippler crossface.
Benoit has Pittman in the crossface. Teddy Long throws in the towel. He says, "Player, this is gonna be a tag team match."
Yeah. You facing the Undertaker.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it. This match left a lot to be desired.
Yeah. Like I said, the Pittman guy was really good from the little bit I saw. It looked like he could work pretty well with Benoit and match his ferocity, which is kind of rare. Something I forgot to mention. What makes Eddie Guerrero one of the best wrestlers? Execution. The snap of his arm drag. The snap of his hurricanrana.
Yeah.
It's believable. It looks like it hurts more. His moves look like they hurt a little bit more, and they have that extra that extra dig.
Yeah. I that snap you're talking about, Chris Benoit also did that in a lot of his moves. Kurt Angle did that in a lot of his moves. I think I've seen it a little bit in JBL.
His clothesline is, it's got a pop, it's got a bite to it.
Yeah.
His lariat, I guess they call it, not even a clothesline.
Yeah, and they look, those moves look like they hurt.
Yeah.
Especially with Kurt Angle. I think he was he was up there with Eddie, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there was something I forgot to mention that I really wanted to bring up, and it's something that I remember during this match, because how Pittman was matching the ferocity of this Wolverine was crazy. It's crazy. And then I was remembering back to Eddie, and then how Psychosis had to do the psychology of the match and start breaking down Eddie's arm and start using methodical methods instead of trying to go slam for slam with Eddie.
Yeah.
Back to you, Jesus.
I would have really liked to see a longer match because I think that with Pittman and Benoit, I think they could have really showcased some of that. I guess what you would refer to today as strong style.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't know if Pittman ever wrestled in Japan, But it looks like whatever Benoit was dishing out, Pittman could match it.
Yeah. Yeah. It would have been interesting to see where they could have gone with that.
Yeah.
Was there a promo after this? Or did it just lead into the last match?
No, it went right into the last match. You had Sting versus Arn Anderson. I guess this is before Arn Anderson had to retire. He would have to retire.
Neck injuries?
Yeah, I believe it was neck and back issues that he was having.
So his brother isn't his brother.
Ole Anderson?
Yeah, it's really not his brother.
I don't think so.
God damn it. Sorry, guys. Breaking kayfabe. Ole Anderson isn't Arn Anderson's brother.
Anderson isn't really their name.
What? They're not even Andersons?
C.W. Anderson is not an Anderson.
You're breaking my heart.
Carl Anderson is not an Anderson.
Anakin, you're breaking my heart.
Are you familiar with C.W. Anderson?
No.
From ECW?
No.
He looks exactly like Arn Anderson.
Balding too with the little.
Yeah, he's got the horseshoe balding pattern.
I shouldn't be talking shit on balding too.
Well, shit, I am too.
You got a lot more hair than I do. We have Warrior Sting in this one. I like his face paint and his color scheme.
Yeah, so this is prior to Crow Sting. He's kind of growing out the black hair here. It's not bleach blonde anymore.
Have we gotten a figure during this transition? I haven't seen one.
There was a 3-pack of what he was wearing at Bash at the Beach. Comes with the Macho Man and
So
Lex
it has
Luger.
this hair?
Yeah, it has this hair.
Okay.
And Macho Man and
Pink and
Luger have the face paint.
Okay. They all have pink and yellow or something like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see.
I thought that was a pretty interesting match. I wasn't expecting to see Arn Anderson wrestle. I guess I didn't have my timing right. Because, like I said, this was probably a year before he actually had to retire due to his nagging injuries, which the NWO would go on and parody. But that's neither here.
Yeah, Nash had the.
He had the beer cooler.
Yeah, and he had the neck thing, right?
Yeah. Saying that the beer's spoken for. The beer's on ice. I was handling some horseman business.
The enforcer.
Yeah.
The fucking what is the?
He's the enforcer of the Four Horsemen.
Yeah, but his move the
spine buster.
Yeah, there you go, the spine buster.
Nobody could do it like him.
Exactly, no one does it better.
Yeah.
Arn Anderson was fucking spine bust. You talk shit to him, see what happens.
He could probably still do it.
Yeah, I'll probably still. He did it lately. Remember on Raw not too long ago? Well, he's not even with WWE anymore, right? He's with AEW.
Yeah, I don't think he's officially with AEW yet, but I'm pretty sure that's where he's gonna end up.
Were we gonna watch that pay-per-view in October? Is it when they're here? Because we can't go to it. It's sold out already.
I mean, maybe we can get tickets, like cheap seat tickets.
You should come Sunday, watch Extreme Rules, even though it's gonna suck.
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
That seems like a no, but all right.
Well, I told you, man. It's hard for me to get around right now.
Get on that bike, bitch.
I gotta put it back together.
Let's lose that weight. Run over here, bro. How many miles you live away?
It's probably like 3.
I'll drive you back when we're done.
What about my bike?
No, you run it here.
Oh, run it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. Dude, it'll take me like 2 hours to get here, probably.
All right, that's fine. I'll drive you back in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine for you, but
yeah. I'll have some steak ready for when you get here.
Really?
Well, no, you don't want to run over here, so. No.
But if I run over here, you'll have a steak for me.
It's on a Sunday, so I probably grill. Yeah.
Damn.
I'm thinking about I might buy a ribeye for myself on Sunday and eat it.
That's a good deal, man.
Yeah, we have a pretty good wrestling match between these guys, between Sting and Arn. We have Sting, the more clean of the two fighters, Arn, the more of the heelish in this aspect of it. Every time Arn goes for a submission, he reaches for the ropes for leverage, taking one out of the page of Ric Flair's book, but there's no woman there to help him out, so he's got to use the ropes. He does it a couple times. He also drags Sting's face across the ropes. Very, very heelish tactics to get over.
Classic Arn Anderson move.
They mention a limo 3 times and who can be in it.
Yeah, Bischoff is teasing that they might have some unwanted guests. Presumably the Outsiders, Hall and Nash.
Yeah, so about 12 minutes in, we have Hall and Nash come out, and they distract everyone. Macho Man comes out, and then there's security in between the Outsiders and everyone else. And Sting, heelishly, in my opinion, takes out Arn and gets the leg lock when everyone's distracted. He gets the Scorpion Deathlock in.
Yeah, Arn tries
Spinebuster. Sorry,
yeah,
watch
he
just
hit
Spinebustered Sting. Watch along, guys. Watch along.
Arn goes for a DDT. Sting blocks it, and
did I miss that? Did he go for a DDT when these guys distracted?
Yeah. So
that's why I missed it.
He went for a DDT.
I missed that. I thought he went for it. I thought he went for the
Arn goes down. Sting does not. And while Arn's down, he locks in the Scorpion Deathlock. And that gets the submission.
Yeah. Yeah. Which then leads into a Sting promo.
Well, I don't know what it is, but I don't know. There's some. It's an interesting match on paper, but I don't know that I would ever want to see anything more than a match between these two.
What do you mean? Like you never a feud? I wouldn't want to see a feud.
I wouldn't want to either. That's exactly what I mean.
Well, maybe after Sting was Sting a horseman, and then they kick him out and say you were never really a horseman.
I don't think he was a horseman.
No, he just hung out with him a bunch.
I guess.
Maybe, I don't know. I do not know. So yeah, Hall and Nash are out there. Sting cuts a promo on them. Talks to the crowd. Cuts a promo on Hogan. Pretty much calling him a piece of shit and how can he let down all the fans, telling them to say their prayers and to pray to the guy up there. Then you let the guy up there down. You let all the fans down.
Did you just reveal the third man?
No, I didn't say his
Yeah,
name,
you
did I?
Yes, you did.
Damn. You should have just let me keep going, Jesus. You pointed it out.
Yeah, well, it's too late now.
Yeah, we'll go back and hear my slip up.
Well, it's too late now. I mean, it technically is the second hour.
Yeah, and it was the last match, and it is the reveal.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. The third man's not here, though.
No, and it's... I thought it was really funny that somehow Hogan is still all over this show, and he's not even there.
Yeah. He's not even here. The excuse by the Outsiders is that he's doing a movie.
He's back in the studio.
Yeah. Actually, that was a great time to reveal. I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
Sting cuts a promo on Hogan being the third guy and how disgusted he is that he would let the guy upstairs down.
Yeah.
Something like that. I remember how corny it was.
Letting the fans down. Telling the kids to believe in themselves.
Yeah. It's pretty corny, but
yeah.
It's Warrior Sting.
It's John Cena corny.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't help but think that Sting when he did his promos, they weren't that good, but he had good delivery. He had a good delivery, but not good. They would just ramble.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a good delivery.
Yeah.
So I'll let it slide.
The chaos is what gets me excited. Do you remember that when right before they go and fight the Outsiders and the third guy because they don't know who the third guy is?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean you watched
uncertainty.
You watched Bash Beach. I haven't watched in a while.
In a while?
Yeah. A while.
Yeah, so we never really covered the Bash at the Beach, me and you, even though the podcast is kind of inspired by our love of the NWO that our inspiration is for the logo is from the NWO.
Yeah, maybe not so much the events that happened on this night, because this is a fallout of what happened at Bash at the Beach. But the events that happened at Bash at the Beach really changed the. It really changed the direction that pro wrestling was going in at that time.
Beginning of the wars, man.
Yeah. After that, it was all about ratings. It was all about who's going to show up next and join the NWO. But more than anything, it really blurred the lines between real and not real.
Mm-hmm.
So it really, it was a really important moment in pro wrestling.
Cody Rhodes cried, dude, when fucking his dad joined the NWO.
Damn.
He says that. And then one of the NWO documentary things.
Well,
in the Monday Night Wars, I think that's where he says it.
Well, even if he didn't, that's still a really good story.
Yeah. Even if his kayfabe was kayfabe, or if his believing of it was kayfabe.
Yeah. So something interesting here that I noted after this match, when Gene Okerlund is he gets an interview with Hall and Nash. Hall is still doing the Razor Ramon bit. He's still talking in the accent.
Does he ever drop it?
Yeah, he does, because WWE threatened to sue WCW because they're saying those mannerisms, that accent, belongs to WWE.
Fuck that shit, dude. That's some bullshit.
They're really teasing that. Yeah, Hulk's not here tonight, but he's gonna be here next week.
He's doing a movie, bro. What movie? I wonder what movie this would have been at the time that he would have been doing.
Thunder in Paradise, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That would bring us to the end of the show.
They actually mentioned too that they're like, well, this segment of Nitro was brought to you by the NWO, and Okerlund's like, am I gonna have a job here?
Oh yeah, and they're like, well, we got a job for you, and he's like, I would like to stay here, and they're like hugging him and shit, and he's like, get your hands off.
Yeah. And they kind of close out on that. They go back to Bischoff and Heenan at the announce desk. I really thought that the promo that Heenan cut a really good promo here, and it was a really nice exclamation point to the overall theme of the third guy,
Hogan.
Yeah, of Hogan,
yeah.
of everybody.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. So long. We spoiler free till the end.
Yeah,
we made it.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah,
kind of spun out at the end a
yeah.
little bit. We made like 2 feet away. We blew a tire. We still made it over the line. We blew a tire right at the end. We blew out our ACL. Right at the end. It's all good. I want to thank you, Jesus, not only for helping me start Full Heel Podcast, but for being my friend.
Thank you for being my friend.
Here in my car.
No, that's the theme song to Golden Girls.
Even though you thought I hated you when I went to Champaign because I didn't come back and visit you, but you didn't go and visit me, so.
You never invited me, so.
Well, could have asked me to come.
Let's not get into this here.
Yeah. The point is, you didn't come to my barbecue. Thanks a lot for helping me start this podcast. This has been one of the, I wouldn't say coolest. For me, it is. I think it's cool. I like doing it. It's fun for me. It's a fun hobby. It's a stress reliever in ways. I get to hang out. What's better than hanging out with your friends, talking wrestling? I get to smoke weed. My friends get to drink. We get to hang out and watch fights on Saturdays. We get to relive old school nostalgic wrestling. People actually listen to this for some reason. Not as many as I would like, but I still appreciate every single one of you guys for keeping the podcast going, sharing, subscribing, rating, reviewing. For any of you guys that haven't, please go ahead and do that. Really helps out the show. Any final words, Jesus, for the 3-year anniversary of Full Heel Podcast? I want to thank you. I'm going to take this as a gift for Full Heel Podcast, the 3-year anniversary.
Yeah, I'm really happy with what you've done with it. There's been a lot of growth in these 3 years,
and there's going to be more. I'm going to say, sorry to cut you off. I'm going to get a new computer. I'm going to get better cameras. I'm going to get better mics. I'm going to get soundboards for myself so I can be like, and then Jesus could be like, those noises are not coming from me. Please stop.
No, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm glad that you took this and ran with it and turned it into what it's become, and I do hope that it grows and keeps growing, and a lot of good stuff will come from this.
Just gotta keep going.
Keep going.
Just keep consistent. I've been consistently putting out weekly podcasts for everyone to hear and listen. New content. We even switched up the layout a little bit by picking 6 different matches and actually breaking down 6 different matches instead of having to go through shitty gimmicks like socks, like Silver Dollars in a sock match or Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. We're gonna have to do those. We can cover those in the future, sprinkle them in as the bad ones, but right now we're doing like our favorite matches. So
yeah, I really enjoyed doing that format of you pick 3 matches, I pick 3 matches, make each other watch them.
Let me know when you're ready again.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm doing one with Jeff this week on Wednesday, so if you want to do one this week, we could do it any day after Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or we could take a week off and then just watch them.
Yeah, we can definitely do round 2 of your favorite matches, and you pick 3, I pick 3, and just matches that really stand out to us. Because I believe me, I have 3 more that I could easily.
I don't want to be like, well, you guys pick and I'll go off them, but that's how I've been doing it. I want you guys. I guess it is easier for me, but I kind of like how you gave me your matches. That's how I went off them. I kind of picked one of the wrestlers and picked one of their awesome matches, and that's kind of how I did it with Ryan.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'm thinking too. Like, if you want to mix it up a little bit, we can do, and it'll actually work out a little bit because we can do something like good matches of like the last 10 years, because I know up to like a certain point you weren't watching.
Yeah. The years I went to college, none of my college buddies were really into wrestling. I didn't have money for cable. I didn't have money for fucking pay-per-views, and there wasn't really that much streaming services online.
Streaming was not a thing back then.
So I actually wouldn't mind going back and watching a lot of the Edge versus Taker stuff. Yeah. I was there for the beginning rise of Cena, but not through like his middling where he took down the Nexus, like the introduction of Nexus. I don't know too much of that. Like Straight Edge Society, where he comes in with the mask. I don't know too much. I don't know a lot about CM Punk either. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about CM Punk either. I took off to college. I started MMA. I started doing MMA, and I started working nights. And then, like I said, again, no money for cable, no money for pay-per-views, and no streaming of Raws and stuff like that. So it was really hard to do it. I wouldn't mind getting back in. Not getting back into that because I've been watching since I came back from U of I. Been watching nonstop, even the shitty fucking episodes. Even if I fall asleep there after an hour and a half and like wake up like, oh, what the fuck happened? I'm not trying to watch fucking what's his name knows best.
Yeah, you wake up in Modern Family or
like,
Chrisley's on.
Yeah, there we go. I'm like, what the fuck, the Chrisleys? I'm not trying to watch this shit. And then like, I shouldn't have fallen asleep, I guess. Then I'll change it or something.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea because, that way you're a little more limited to, let's say, maybe the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But I actually, right around the time that you guys took off and went out there, I was actually getting even more into wrestling because I mean that was one of the things that we bonded over was the older wrestling when we were in high school. But then when you guys left, like, what the hell else was I gonna do? It was a difficult time for me, and so that was actually one of the things that would get me through, you know, the weeks was watching the Raw of that time, you know, with John Cena and Batista and Edge and, you know, those guys. So I could definitely send you some stuff from that period of time. Some of the matches that I have in mind actually fall between like 2007 to 2011.
Okay. That actually fit a good timeline. That's where I was gone for a lot of it.
Yeah.
Because I came back 2013, like the beginning of 2013, when Daniel Bryan was hitting his fucking surgeons. The Shield was just coming out of... Well, the guys were coming out of NXT. The Shield was a thing right away.
Yeah.
They were heel when I first saw them. They were beating the fuck out of everybody, and then they turned face and shit like that. That's where I started coming around back to the fray, I guess, as you would say. That rhymes. I'm a rapper.
Yeah. Yep. You are.
Low Rafx. That's my name. Like I said, I want to thank you, Jesus, for being my buddy, for being my co-host, for being my guest, for starting this with me, for helping me to continue this. Can't stop, won't stop.
You shouldn't stop.
Bad boy for life. Like I said, please hit that subscribe button. Rate and review on iTunes. Subscribe on all audio platforms. iTunes, Stitcher, Podbean. Over 150 episodes, or over 100 at least. Over hundreds of hours of audio, all free, all available at your fingertips. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button for your weekly notifications. Live Saturday Fight Companions, live weekly shows with me and my buddy Jesus, me and my buddy Ryan, me and my buddy Jeff, or me and one of my other buddies. But I am your host, Rafael Chairez, for Jesus. This has been episode 105, 3 years of FHP. We'll see you guys next time.